So you want to succeed in Japan, right? It's one of the most rewarding business environments in the world, but to do well, you really have to understand its unique cultural code. Today, we're going to unlock that code, and you might be surprised to learn it all comes down to just 3 critical words.
Does this sound familiar? You've got an amazing product, your pitch is solid, but you're just hitting a wall. You're not getting the traction you thought you would. It feels like there's this whole set of unspoken rules that everyone else seems to know, but you don't. Well, you're not wrong, and we're about to make those rules crystal clear.
Believe it or not, the entire foundation for building successful long-term partnerships in Japan can basically be boiled down to 3 essential concepts. Just 3 words. And once you really get what they mean, I promise it's going to change how you approach every single business conversation you have there. So, here's our game plan. We'll look at the 3 keys one by one. Connection, or en, patience, which is gaman, and honor, or jingi. Then, we'll tie it all together to show you how they create your path to a really solid partnership.
You know, every culture has its own rhythm for doing business, a kind of unwritten playbook. In Japan, success isn't just about what you're selling, it's all about how you build relationships within their very unique cultural framework.
And that's exactly why these 3 words we're about to dive into aren't just vocabulary you can memorize, they are the absolute pillars of the business culture there. Understanding them means you're understanding the mindset, a mindset that really values long-term stability and group harmony above all else. And that drives every single decision.
All right, let's start at the very beginning. The first key, and really the foundation for everything else, is this concept of en. This is square one. It's where every single successful business journey in Japan kicks off.
Now, you might hear en and think, okay, connection, networking, got it. But it's so much deeper than that. En has this sense of destiny to it, like a gifted link between people. It's that feeling that you were meant to meet, that this interaction has some kind of special importance. It really reflects a culture that values interpersonal harmony so deeply.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This isn't about adding a contact on LinkedIn. It's an emotional thing. When your potential Japanese partners feel that spark, that special connection, they see it as en, and that's something to be treasured, not just tossed aside. So, what does this actually mean for you? Well, it means every introduction, every new meeting is a big deal. You can't just treat potential partnerships casually. Your goal, right from day one, is to build up that feeling of a special connection, because from their perspective, you're not just closing a deal, you're laying the groundwork for a long-term relationship. Okay, let's move on to our second key. So, you've established on, that special connection. Fantastic. But now, that connection is going to be tested. And this is where gaman comes into play. It's all about enduring the process together. Gaman might translate to patience, but honestly, that word doesn't even begin to cover it. This is not about just sitting back and waiting passively. No, it's about shared endurance. It's this mutual understanding that to get to a truly worthwhile goal, everybody has to go through a tough process together. It's a huge cultural emphasis on group effort. This quote says it all, really. In Japanese business, this feeling is everywhere. The delays, the endless rounds of meetings to build consensus, the fact that you're sometimes not even sure who the final decision maker is, it's all part of the process. It's all gaman.
And this is where gammon becomes your strategy. You have to be ready for decisions to take way longer than you're used to. But instead of getting frustrated by all the delays, you need to see them as an investment in building trust. Your willingness to go through this gammon right alongside your potential partners is what truly proves your commitment to them. So, you found en, and you've shared gaman. What's the payoff for all this hard work? Well, it's the third and honestly the most powerful key of all, jingi. This is the unbreakable bond of honor that's going to secure your partnership for the long haul. There really isn't a perfect one-word translation for jingi in English because it's so deeply tied to the culture. The best way to think about it is as a strict personal code of honor. In a society where your long-term reputation is everything, jingi is the ultimate guarantee. It's the force that makes someone value the en you've built and ensures they will not betray the trust you forged through gaman. I mean, how powerful is that? Jingi basically acts as a moral compass. Even if doing something a little dishonest might lead to a quick win, that feeling that it's against jingi is strong enough to stop it cold. It's a deep commitment to doing the right thing no matter what. This chart really lays it all out. In a lot of places, personal or corporate interest comes first, right? But here, jinji, That long-term mutual honor often wins. A partnership built on this isn't just transactional, it's foundational. It's something that will be protected, even when things get tough.
Okay, let's bring it all home now. Angaman and Jingi aren't just three separate ideas you can pick and choose from. They're actually sequential stages. They're steps on a single path that leads to a deep and truly lasting business partnership.
So here's the whole journey in 3 clear steps. First, you find and truly value a special connection. That's N. Second, you prove you're in it for the long haul by enduring the tough stuff together. That's sharing gamen. And finally, because of all that, you earn an unbreakable, honorable partnership that is guaranteed by Jingi. At the end of the day, success in Japan isn't about finding some clever shortcut. It's about embracing this 3-step journey. When you understand and respect these cultural pillars, you're doing more than just making a deal. You're building a partnership that is prosperous and, most importantly, totally assured for years to come.
Look, this whole approach requires a real shift in how you think, from seeing things as a transaction to seeing them as a relationship, from valuing speed to valuing endurance, and from focusing on personal gain to focusing on mutual honor. So the question isn't just, can you learn these 3 words? It's, are you truly ready to embrace the journey they represent?